Alrighty, this seems like a straight heater. $1 versus $50 million watch. Let's get into it.
This is a $1.5 million watch. This one costs $50 million. But your watch owning journey begins here with a $30 Flick Flack. Flick Flacks are simple, playful watches built to teach kids how to tell time. The Flick Flack has unbeatable quality with great durability and elegant designs. It's the perfect start to your watch owning journey. But as you get older, you want a watch that's cooler. So for $40, you buy a Casio.
Which is fire. Alright, these type of Casios, billionaires still wear them. They're perfect watches.
And that sets the standard for a watch at an affordable tier. Is there honestly one that does it any better than
Casio? In 1957 made the first compact electronic calculator. 23 years later, they made one for your wrist. The Japanese company has a wide range of quality, affordable watches with timeless designs. The legendary Casio F91W was worn throughout history by highly influential figures like Osama bin Laden.
I knew it. As soon as I saw the robe, I was about to say, is that Osama bin Laden? As soon as I saw that, I was like, that's Osama.
History by highly influential figures like Osama bin Laden and Osama bin Laden's bombs. Your Casio is great and you love wearing it. But as you get older, you start to want something classier. The Timex Weekender, a brand with American roots, Timex had a mission to make affordable watches with great quality and durability.
Notice how it captures the elegance of the most expensive watches.
When you think of Timex, you think of the Weekender aesthetic.
I love the simple design of these pieces. The Indiglow is a fun, just kind of treat with this.
Your Timex serves you well. Maybe you should buy another traditional watch. Or maybe you shouldn't.
Yawning.
This is all slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays.
Because by this point in your journey, you're working towards becoming a young professional. You can't wear an antiquated trinket. You need something practical and productive. So for $250, you buy an Apple Watch SE. The Apple Watch released in 2015, and 4 years later, it outsold every Swiss watchmaker combined. The Swiss watch industry got thrown out the window faster than an Apple sweatshop worker. Your Apple Watch makes you wake up with its vibrating alarm feature. It makes you go outside with its step counter. It makes you go to bed with its sleep tracking. Forget intrinsic motivation and the willpower of the human spirit. All you ever needed were 3 colorful circles. But there's a problem with your Apple Watch that no amount of convenience, health tracking, or performance metrics can fix. Your Apple Watch has no soul. Compared to the history, the craftsmanship, and the magic of traditional watches, your Apple Watch is just a sterile slab of
yeah, they're convenient, but they're honestly pointless to have on your wrist.
You're telling everybody I'm 20% off retail. I would be caught dead with that on my wrist.
This is all slightly absurd. You don't need a watch nowadays. But it's just about doing what is exceptional. It's about doing what is, I think, beautiful and something that can really tell a story in itself.
And then one day, you throw your Apple Watch.
Alright, let me say one thing. Nowadays, watches are still very, very convenient. Look at these beauties. Watches are very, very convenient. You got stopwatch, and then you got analog, then you got blah blah blah. Hold on. Alright. The reason why watches are still very convenient and needed in life is, what if you're at somewhere where you can't pull out your phone? You need to check the time. Boom! Right on the wrist. What if you need to set a timer? Watch. What if you need to see how many seconds it is? Watch.
Out the window, and you buy a Seiko Presage. Seiko is
Seiko's
a brand that offers some of the best value for money in the entire watch industry. During World War II, Seiko produced military watches for Japanese troops. In 1969, Seiko dropped an atomic bomb on the watch industry when they introduced the quartz movement, which used a battery and a quartz crystal to power a watch. These battery-powered watches were more accurate, affordable, and reliable than traditional mechanical watches. The Presage is Seiko's dress watch line, known for their salacious watches. The Presage is Seiko's dress watch line, known for their salacious dials. It's a great watch, but it's just a Seiko.
Why did I get a Dookie, man?
In 1917, the founder of Cartier was looking at newspaper photographs of World War I tanks going into battle. And in an act of utter capitalism, he thought to himself, we can make a watch out of this. The Cartier tank has a rectangular design inspired by the Renault FT17. The iconic watch has transcended the test of time and the boundaries of gender, being worn by everyone from Princess Diana to Muhammad Ali. Its understated elegance makes it a necessary addition to your watch collection. In 1965,
it's small too. I think it's
NASA
like
needed
20
an official
millimeters,
wristwatch
something like
for the
that.
Apollo space program. 4 watch brands answered the call, and they faced off.
Okay, hold on. I think, let me guess this one. I'm pretty sure Omega got this one for the NASA. Or was it? I think it was Omega.
NASA watch trials. One brand, Hamilton, sent in a pocket watch. The 3 remaining watches were put through rigorous torture tests.
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Omega. Pretty sure this Rolex was the Domino's collab.
Well, the Omega Speedmaster
was
victorious. 4 years later, the Speedmaster solidified itself in watchmaking history as the first watch
on Hollywood moon.
One small step for man, one giant leap for the Omega marketing team. 57 quintillion Omega Speedmaster models have since been released, all with different styles and complications. Like this one here that shows you the phases of the moon.
Oh, you know, that's tough though.
That's an Omega.
There's one where the moon is gold, and it's an actual like gold chunk in there that moves back and forth. And
like
shit.
this one here that shows you the phases of the moon.
Take this. That's an Omega. And that has a moon phase. Do you see the moon in the bottom of it? You see the moon on the bottom of it? It's a real high resolution
I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan gives bro that
photograph
watch.
of the moon. Do you see the
Thank you,
little
Joe.
moon? When it
Yep.
comes full moon, you'll get a real sense of the moon. It's a beautiful high resolution image.
Joe.
There's one watch brand that everyone knows.
If you ask
Rolex.
99 of 100 men on the street to name a luxury watch, we all know what they're going to say.
It's just very human to like a Rolex.
For
And Richard
$10,000,
Mille, I
you
feel
buy
like
a
everybody
Rolex
knows what those are now.
Rolex watches were initially built to be tools. When the Submariner released in 1954, it cost $150. But Rolex
What?
built to be tools. When the Submariner released in 1954, it cost
Man. So if people were smart and saved those watches, they could sell them for like probably $60K now. Or most likely less, but it's probably like 20, 50.
Pop culture significance entered their brands into the realm of luxury.
Alright. That might be an accurate price actually. But I think it's cheaper. Unless no, that's
What was
factory.
once a symbol of rugged
If it's not factory, it's
and adventure
done.
became
It's
one
like a
of materialistic
$6,000
success.
watch.
It used to be that you were the man, so you bought a Rolex. But nowadays, you buy a Rolex in hopes of becoming the man.
Huh.
In 1971, AP, on the verge of bankruptcy, called upon legendary designer Gerald Genta to make them an unprecedented steel sports watch. The deadline was one single day. At 11:59 p.m., Genta submitted his assignment, unaware that it would soon become the most influential watch design of all time.
The
With its
AP.
octagonal
Hold on. AP Royal Oak.
bezel, exposed screws, and seamless integrated bracelet, the AP Royal Oak is
Oh!
iconic and ubiquitous.
Low key, I don't like the Royal Oak that much. I like it with the rubber strap. That's tough. Like, honestly, the G-Shock that kind of got its inspiration from the Royal Oak looks 10 times better.
I want something.
Oh, is this when he buys the Bugatti watch? Yep. Jacob and
The
Co,
Jacob &
bro.
Co Bugatti Chiron Tourbillon captures the spirit of a hypercar. Its outside shows the flowing lines and curves of a Bugatti. Its inside, a
I think this watch is around 1.2.
Bugatti 16-cylinder engine wind-up toy.
Watch my engine start.
Oh no, I think it's a few $100,000 actually. It's only a few $100,000.
That is super cool. And it's Bugatti.
By this point in your watch-owning journey, you've obtained a level of wealth that is extravagant, abrasive, and dangerous.
So I used to wear my Rolex Daytona a lot, but I had an experience recently.
What an emphasis.
I thought I was gonna get attacked over my Daytona.
With 6 figures on your wrist, you need to be cautious.
300K,
Maybe you live in
yeah.
London, where you're at risk of getting run up on by machete-wielding
Bugatti.
blokes.
Don't wear that in London. Do not wear that in London.
What are they gonna do? Fucking machete me?
Yeah, literally.
Run away, bro.
Maybe you live in New York City, where high crime rates and sketchy subways have you watching your back at all times.
Oh yeah, the
You might
fairy
even live in a
dude.
third world country. No matter the location, you realize that your watches have gone from a simple accessory to an asset, a store of material value. The Longa Turbograph is a token.
See, like, here's one thing. If you got, I say, anywhere from 10K max, you could honestly do a daily watch depending on where you live. Because, one, you obviously got enough money where if you lose the watch, okay. But the big buck watches, like 300K watches, you got it. You can only wear those like big fancy events or around your house type beat. Not really like a daily, you're going out to a restaurant, you want to wear a 300K watch.
Of affluence, featuring 5 complications, 1,101 parts, and polishing instructions written by the Half-Blood Prince. It's a beautiful piece. Look at this tourbillon, a mechanism originally built to prevent the effects of gravity on pocket watches. Its hypnotic beauty might distract you from the fact that, in modern wristwatches, it's useless. The Fusain chain mechanism in the watch is also completely obsolete. The expert finishing on the movement's inner parts? You never actually see it. Maybe this is all slightly absurd, but maybe that's the point. Richard Mille RM69 sex watch, $696,000. What celebrity do you think owns this watch? Drake's weapon of choice, the R.
Of course! He got the sex watch.
RM69 has 3 6-sided rollers which produce randomized erotic messages. For example, let me D-word your
wet ass P-word.
I want to
S-word
your
female genitalia.
Let me tell you one thing. When I put a Richard Mille on my wrist, it's just
Nico Leonard.
$500,000.
Yo, thanks, bro.
All of a sudden, I walk different. I talk different.
Do people treat you different?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember that Cartier tank you bought for $5,000? They squished it. 1.5 million. Inspiration comes at odd times. In 1967, a man wearing a Cartier watch got in a car accident. The force of the impact and the heat of the crash melted the oval-shaped case of the man's watch. And when
no way, that's the history on that. No way, hold on.
Comes at odd times. In 1967, a man wearing a Cartier watch got in a car accident. The force of the impact and the heat of the crash melted the oval-shaped case of the man's watch. And when Cartier himself saw the brutally damaged object, he only thought one thing. We can make a watch out of this. That is the backstory of the Cartier crash, according to the Cartier marketing department.
Oh. Okay.
The actual backstory of the watch is much simpler. Rich people
that makes more sense.
Got bored. Thus spawned the Cartier crash, a perfectly imperfect watch.
See, no, it's kind of like a nice watch. I've seen knockoffs of it. That's how I found out about this watch, and it's kind of nice.
But calculated. When it was
I
released,
personally never wore
no one
it.
liked it. Then Kanye wore it, and everyone liked it. A lot.
Kanye said, only millionaires wear chains. They said, what? He said, I'm a billionaire. Billionaires don't wear their money on their body.
The Jacob & Co. Billionaire is the ultimate display of opulence.
Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. Something you never wear. You put up in a display case, spinning around.
Perfect diamonds to assemble this gauntlet. With the Jacob & Co. Billionaire, you can simply
I think there's only one made, and it's Jacob owns it.
So I told my team, we're gonna build a watch.
It took us almost 4 years to find the stones.
I've never put anything like this on my wrist.
It's gonna be called a billionaire.
21 billionaire watches have been made.
Oh, I was way wrong.
World famous billionaire Floyd Mayweather.
I was the first one.
World famous in debt billionaire. Bro spends more money than he can fucking make.
I was the first one.
And he's a fraud. You heard me? Floyd's a fraud.
1868, Patek Philippe made the first Swiss wristwatch.
In 1868?
This was a time when pocket watches dominated the industry. Wristwatches were seen as feminine, not to be taken seriously by men. In 1914, the Albuquerque Journal said, "The fellow who wears a wristwatch is frequently suspected of having lace on his lingerie and of braiding his hair at night."
Then more came.
But after a few years of war and marketing, the wristwatch transformed from a small piece of woman's jewelry to a masculine tool and a unit of legacy. Men went from calling wristwatches gay to waxing their forearms so they don't tarnish their wristwatch. Perceptions and interests are in perpetual motion. A small trinket that tells the time can be a toy, a tool, a status symbol, and even a work of art.
Oh, this mother...
Each one of these stones,
it's crazy.
Carbon, exposed to extreme heat and pressure in the Earth's mantle, transforms into diamond before being pushed to the Earth's surface through volcanic eruption. These magical gems hide patiently in eruption sites until they inevitably get dug up by little African boys.
Shit, dude, I might have to go to... I don't live too far from Mount St. Helen. Might have to go to Mount St. Helen and start digging up some diamonds.
The sparkle of your 110 karat graph hallucination that you don't even notice the time passing by on its minuscule...
Wait. Bro, what's the point of this?
Graph hallucination that you don't
so
even notice
small.
the time passing by on its minuscule dial. And beneath that dial is the same type of watch movement that was in your flick-flack. The world's most expensive watch has an economical, battery-powered quartz movement.
What advice would you give to young guys or young girls just
Kevin Hart.
now?
Just getting into watches. It's all about the progression. Don't jump out the window.
Right.
Off the bat.
Right off rip, buy a $10 watch. Right there. Literally work your way up slowly. And then, because over time, you can resell those for maybe $5 less or $5 more profit. Hey, you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.